Hello and welcome to apologise for the unkempt hair to Wraggy's beer reviews. Something different tonight. Soon I'll be back doing my lives. Gotta be honest, the lives are good for me, both mentally and the chatting to people. You know, it's all good. And in a world where we look at the news and it's just full of negativity. You know, sometimes it's good to focus on positivity. And if anybody out there is going through mental health issues, and I'm damn sure there's lots of us going through mental health issues of some sort at least, be it worrying about bills, be it worrying about paying food, looking after your kids, clothing your kids. Life is tough at the moment. But one must remember, there are very good people in the world. There is a support network out there that will help people. Should you be in a position of, you know, um, intense pressure, stress, negativity, you know, um, I, for one, um, go through the mill most days. At the moment, though, because I'm winning at work, and that's positive. And, trying to, you're never going to avoid negativity. Never. Trying to get away from it. Yeah. Try to avoid it. Well, not avoid it, but try to swerve it, shall we say, as best as you can is a good thing. Um, in any job, my coping mechanism is to basically put myself in my happiest zone. My happiest zone is probably good for my boss, you know, better because the fact is that I'm happiest doing my work is, which is gardening. Um, Also family, obviously, and also beer reviews, and just having that, you know, doing beer reviews it means so much to me. Um, Doing the beer reviews, doing the social media side of things, it helps, And I mean, I don't get nothing from it in respect of, uh, but it's nice to see breweries liking what you're doing, sometimes sharing your beer reviews. I mean, let's be fair, most beer reviews, and I'm not just talking myself, most beer reviews are very positive. They may pick up stuff that's genuine. Um, you know, not every beer reviewer puts his beer down the sink for the sake of camera and doing it for camera. There are beers out there though that have been woeful. Um, Audi's twice as nice as a particular uh, uh, one for that. But for me, the beer review community, a lot of people watch beer reviews, and it's been said on this channel as comments to me for literally the last 3 years. And it's the fact that, your beer reviews actually help. And it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. In a good way that watching some bloke doing beer reviews and listening and getting normality away from the fucking negative news. You look at the news tonight, there's nothing positive, and it's just so downheartening. And I do what I do at work, and my work is 99% positive. I'm doing stuff to make it better, to win. Can't always win. Got some mouse trying to be a cunt at the moment, digging up one of my beds. Filled the hole in last night. Little bastard's there again this morning. Fucking bed's been dug up. There is fucking. Got the spade in today, and I was like that on the soil. And I reckon he's just digging it and fucking off back to his normal. He's tempting the waters. The waters aren't happening. If it is a rabbit, that is. Hopefully, it's not anything other than a rabbit. You know, in that department, and that's a scary department. Rats and stuff. Oh. Mm. But you know, it's like the Harry Potter films where they say, you know, in the darkest times, remember to turn on the light. And yeah, you know, there's times when the world gets a lot for me, and drinking beer helps. Not too much beer though, you know, and spirits, no, not good. And again, moderation's key, isn't it? You know, we can all get fed up with the world we're in. I mean, at the moment, we've had a tough 4 or 5 months, uh, and it's terribly hard watching your dog go downhill at a rate of knots, and monetary issues, worrying about bloody gas and electric, about paying for Christmas presents. You know, we're all probably in the same boat. You know, getting somebody to fix your car who's made the car worse than what it was before he fixed it, which that's ongoing. It will come to some sort of fruition at some stage, and I dare say that well, hopefully he'll get his comeuppance. Hopefully, um, I'm going to share the video of the car soon on the channel so that I can warn people across the UK. I might not have been lucky. I might have been. With this bloke, I'm not going to slag him off. I'm going to say it straight. What was done to my car, what was supposed to be done to my car, what the bloke claimed he did for the car, and what he did to break my car and put it in a dangerous state of affairs. And yeah, tough times and that side of things. But still, you know, we persevere. Tonight and the last night, we started stripping the front room and decorating. We've been wanting to decorate for a while, mind you. Didn't decorate because Charlie Boo was obviously, you know, on a downward progression. And then finding energy sometimes can be so tough to find. And you know, if anybody out there is really struggling, you know, seek help. You know, um, as tough as life can be, remember that for those who love you, you know, you're not being there is tougher, the toughest thing to bear. Um, and I've seen it, especially amongst men, where, you know, life gets too much for them and they do things, you know, suicide and stuff. And yeah, not the way, not the way at all. You know, take stock of life, wipe off, and the people that, you know, do you down, fuck them off. You know, avoid them, get away from them. Obviously, if it's your own family, then it's tougher. You know, if it's your wife and kids, it is tougher. And you know, you need to look at yourself in a mirror and take stock. We've had a tough time recently, and as tough as it is, and worrying about money and everything else, sometimes about being treated, shall we say, differently in whatever situation that may be, work, family, etc. Um, then I take stock of what I've got. Um, and they, and in some ways, when you take stock of what you've got, now it's not all about money. Money, when you look at money in the world breeds greed. Yeah, you only need to look at the people in charge of the country. Yeah, Prime Minister. It's a billionaire wife who pays no taxes in this country. This non-dom status. What a load of bollocks that is. Absolute bollocks. Um, all these rich people that claim, oh, the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Anthony Joshua, whatever his name is, who claim they're victimised and all this. Oh, right. And they're standing up for for everyone. Are they? As far as I know, Lewis Hamilton squirrels his money away abroad. So another one who doesn't really pay for this country at all. Mm. As far as I know, anyway. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I only believe what I hear on the news, and can you believe what you hear on the news? Maybe not. Maybe not at all. But I take stock of what I've got, and what I have got in life is a wife, a fantastic wife who suffers me, suffers me, and we suffer each other's at times. No one's perfect, and she has her own worries as well. She's been going through the mill with worry lately, as I have. Um, but I do have a great wife. We, in turn, together as a family, have a son who's doing well in his job. He don't really like the travelling up and down the country, but he is doing well. Banking a nice amount per month. Banking. I don't even know what money in the bank is. No, not really. I have a younger son who has autism. I think we've all got autism. My son, daughter, my two sons and my daughter, and me certainly. Some sort of autism anyway. I only know this because I see the signs in my son, and they say he's got autism. I see the same signs that I know I've got, on a different sort of thing, but I do see the signs. Um, and yeah, my youngest, he's coming on. He was at one stage nearly 3 years behind at shit school. That shit school is Armbook in Daybook in Nottingham. Yeah, it's the most woefully run school that you've ever come across in your life. Yes, the headmaster, if he's still there, don't know if he is or not, but he wouldn't even come to the meetings because he was a wimp, and it would have got absolutely laid the law down to him. The failure in that school is absolutely awful. But my son battled up. He got a great teacher at his next school, and he's come on. And now he's top of his class in everything. Caught up and top of the class. And he's doing well. Like everything. Um, Kids can be cruel. Kids, fucking teenagers and kids are the cruelest. Adults can be tossers, but kids can be the worst. And at that time, you don't know how to deal with kids apart from fighting. But he's doing well. He's progressing well. Got my daughter who works for the Ministry of Justice. She also, struggles with stuff, but she's doing well. She's got a good boyfriend who's going to be her husband this year. That's strange. And we've got two grandchildren. Lucas, who's also got autism, and Jacob, who's an absolute he's a tidal wave. He's a tidal wave. He comes into a room and oh my god. Whereas Lucas is quite quiet, Jacob is an absolute monster, and it's just hilarious. But at the moment, I come home tonight and I popped my head round the door, looked at him, his little face lit up. He ran over like that, and you know something? All the money in the world can't beat that emotion that you see in his face. And I'm sure he says granddad. But, still, granddad's a strange thing, isn't it? You know, when you're not used to being called it and that. And I still don't feel that old, you know. Bar the fucking grey hair, which pisses me off. Yeah, I need to get it shaved off again. But yeah, and as a family, you know, we work hard, we struggle along with money, as you do. We'd rather not get ripped off by shitty mechanics, as you do. And then I've got the beer. Um, I've got the gardening side of things at work, and in 3 years, 2.5 years rather, I have immensely changed the workplaces I work at. It's an ever, um, as Walt Disney said, Disney World is never finished. It's an ever improving, ever changing, to make it better, to make it newer, to make it different. And my workplace is going to be that. You know, I'm never going to stop trying to be better, trying new stuff, trying to win. And I have won. I mean, I am doing and growing, and you know, in the work side of things, I literally have the manager in charge, and I'm literally 99.9% of the time never told what to do. 99.9%. How many people can say that in a job? The job could do with being a bit better paid, you know, in some ways. It could, you know, but it is what it is. And then I've got my hobbies, the beer reviews, and the kindness that people show sometimes to beer reviews. Kindness from breweries. Sometimes breweries, local breweries, will send me a beer. One sent me a t-shirt, you know. Others have gave me looks around their breweries, little brewery tours and that. And yeah, in that way, it's been immense. And you know, all because I do beer reviews. And hey, I'm not a trained beer reviewer. I'm just somebody who does this as a hobby, and bloody enjoys his hobby as well. I also have a love of gaming. Not that I've done it for a while, but I'm planning to get back into it. Video games, and whenever that time comes when I retire, I don't know if I ever will, but when and if, video games will become back on the menu there for sure. So what I'm trying to say is, in life, regardless of money, you can be richer than the richest person in the world. You know, they may have the money where they don't struggle or anything, but their life, their happiness, you know, you can't buy happiness. It helps to have a bit of cash. It does. It does. You know, I'd love a bit more. I'd love to have a new car. I mean, a dream for me would be to not quit work, certainly lower my hours, but also have aside uh, the money, you know, money coming in, obviously, and have my own micro pub. That to me would be a dream. Um, Not to be there all the time because, like most people, I don't like being out late. But I suppose it's a thing where you get into it and you get used to it. I used to work at Sainsbury's, 3 or 4 nights a week till 10. So um, I suppose working till 10 o'clock isn't so bad. Um, but a micro pub in the right place would be amazing. You know, I look at micro pubs around Nottingham, and there are some great places. And in the right location, not in a dodgy area, that's for sure, but in the right location, a micro pub would be amazing. Could you imagine? We've all got a dream, haven't we? You don't dream something that you probably won't do, but you'd like to do. You know, I know that if I had a micro pub, I would have tap takeovers from breweries across the country because I know that I could talk people into doing it and and then do like beer reviews where we're all doing beer, we're all reviewing the beer together on YouTube. Crazy, isn't it? What you can do. So to everyone out there, if you're suffering, please go and get help. Uh, you know, there's a hell of a lot of us in the same boat. Men, women, children in the same boat. Never think you're on your own. On YouTube all the time, across all the beer review channels, there was always somebody doing a live, literally, whether it's in America, England, the Britain, rather, or further afield, Holland. There's a lot of great people doing lives, and chatting. And you just got to get the courage to post a comment, and they will um, chat. And I will be joining those ranks soon. As soon as March comes and the beer room's a bit warmer and I can take the cold because it's a bit chilly at the moment. But come March, a couple of times a week minimum, can be doing the old chats again, lives, and certainly letting people know that Wraggy's Beer Reviews is out there and it hasn't gone away. There may be the odd one or two out there that think, oh, thank God he's stopped doing lives, he's going to disappear. Hey, no fucking way, that's happening. And, but there. So, everyone, from Mr. Wraggy, or Mr. Wraggy even, to everyone out there, stay strong, stay safe. Please seek help if you need help. And, as Monty Python's song was, always look on the bright side of life, or at least try to. As tough as life has been recently, positive work, doing positive things, even cleaning your bloody house and looking at it and thinking, wow, that looks a lot better. It's what we're doing at the moment by decorating. It's going to look amazing when we've done. It's crisp, it's clean, just makes you feel better. Do stuff that makes you feel better. Try not to drink too much. Says he. Cheers, everyone.